if we could get swimmers for heats 1 and heat 2 for the mixed 800 metre freestyle. So if you're swimming in heat 1 or heat 2 to marshalling. Leanne is waving her hands. That's where you need to go for marshalling, poolside. For heats 1 and heat 2, down to marshalling for us, please. We can get underway very soon. So just a little bit of an announcement. We are live on YouTube right now. So act accordingly. We're live on YouTube. If you want to send out the link to people to watch from home on these really long races, I'm sure that there'll be lots of people wanting to watch. If you can go to the Burnley BOBCATS YouTube channel and you can see our races live. They are officially live right now. And we've got 14 viewers on right now. It's only just gone live. So if you want to share that link, Burnley BOBCATS on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch the live stream. That's for all weekend as well. This is just another announcement for swimmers who are in Heat 1 and Heat 2 to marshalling as quickly as possible. So if you're in Heat 1 or Heat 2 of the 800 metre free, please go down to marshalling as soon as possible. I'll give you a list of names if that makes it easier, for those people who might be wondering. Harrison Burgess from Ramsbottom, Molly Lloyd from Winsford, Lissa Dragon from Wigan Best, Jasmine Lloyd from Winsford, Imogen Clarkson from Clitheroe. And then Heat 2 is Imogen Osborne from Preston, Jack Maudsley, Preston, Neve Corrigan, Southport, Ella Rice Salisbury from Carnforth, Alex Holmes from Clitheroe, Melina Grace Cormerford from Wigan Best, Layla Dolan from Wigan Best, and Olivia Jeffrey from Leyland Barracudas. If you get down there as quick as possible, we can get underway. To all of the 21 people that are watching live online, 23 people. Look at all this. We're going to be viral soon. We're going to be viral. And I'm hoping my biggest fan is watching, Charlotte. If you were watching last time, apparently my voice is sexy. So there we go. And if Tracy can go to reception, that would be wonderful. We're going to get underway very, very soon in our heat number 1, 800 metre freestyle. Heat number 1. We've got a range of ages in this heat. We've got Harrison Burgess, who's 11 from Ramsbottom. Gives a cheer if you're from Ramsbottom.
Caroline, we've got t-shirts here. I'll put them in over here.
That's in lane number 2. In lane number 3, we have Molly Lloyd from Winsford, who's 13. All the way from Winsford. I wonder if they came in a Ford. Sorry, wasted. Wasted. I am wasted. Lane number 4 is Alyssa Dragon from Wigan Best, who's also 13. Big cheer for Alyssa. Thank you for everybody's encouragement. Lane number 5 is Jasmine Lloyd from Winsford, who's also 13. And lane number 6 is Imogen Clarkson from Clitheroe, who is 12, who has gone out fastest. So after 100 metres, Imogen is about half a length in front, setting a good pace, 1:49.76. And the pack following are really, really close, within a second or so of each other, a couple of seconds of each other. So after 200 metres, Imogen turns at 3:09.56. She came in with a time of 11.5 minutes for this 800 metres. So she's on course here to do well. Look at that, all within 3:20 for these four. They're all swimming very, very close together. It's almost like a synchronised swimming as they're going down in lanes 2 to 5. The heat start lists are now up on the website if anybody does need to check that. The heat start lists are up on there. galaresults.com if you want to have a look at there. And then the results will be posted there, obviously, as they come in. Imogen still well in the lead after the halfway stage. Just over halfway, actually. 4:31.62. So we've got swimmers from all over the Northwest and into the Midlands at our meet this weekend. So we're grateful for you travelling over to Darwen in this first weekend in January. Happy New Year, everybody, by the way. We've got a couple of swimmers from Leicester Sharks joining us. I think that's the furthest away. So thank you for being part of our meet. And hopefully, as we are racing to get these final county times, the deadline just this next week, people who are pushing for that hopefully will get every time that they need and be able to make the Lancashire county times as appropriate. Imogen's still steady over there in lane number 6, but coming up fast is Harrison in lane number 2. The 11 and 12-year-olds leading the way here, and then in those middle lanes it's tight between our 13-year-olds from Winsford and Wigan Best. So 12 lengths left for each of our swimmers here. "27 clubs represented here this weekend, which is wonderful. And the meet was fully booked with less than 5 minutes after it opened. So obviously it's been popular, but we're very grateful that you've joined us. Again, Imogen's still keeping that strong pace. "200 metres left. She's turned at just over 8 minutes. And Harrison here at that same time as Just 8 seconds behind her. I think there's going to be a race on between lane 3 and 5. I don't know if there's a rivalry going on here. Probably. Lane 4. Alyssa might have something to say about that. Just 100 metres remaining. A sterling job by our inspectors of turn at each end, with lap cards telling people how long they've got left. 4 lengths left for everybody going on here. Harrison's picked up the pace now. In lane number 2, he wants to go, and I think his coach does too. If we can get Heat 3 swimmers down to marshalling as well, please, that would be wonderful. Heat 3 down to marshalling. So Imogen turns for her last 50, time of 10:05, entered at 11:30. Harrison also entered at 11:30, turns at 10:12.62. And then it's close in this final one. Whistles blowing, ready for that final turn. 10:19, 10:20. Big push now on this final stretch. It's going to come inside that predicted time, that entry time of 11:30. Imogen in lane number 6 from Clitheroe, 12 years old, comes in at a time of 10:43.82. Great swimming, followed very closely by Harrison Burgess, 11 from Ramsbottom, 10:49.59. The rivalry there, which one's going to come in first? Lane number 5, Jasmine in 10:57, and then Molly in 10:58, and closely followed by Alyssa, 11:01. Well done, swimmers. This is heat number 2. So a full complement of 8 lanes for heat number 2. In lane number 1, we have Imogen Osborne from Preston, who's 12. Lane 2, we have Jack Maudsley, also from Preston, who is 13. Lane number 3, we have Neve Corrigan from Southport, who's 11. Lane 4 is Ella Rice Salisbury from Carnforth, who is 14. 16-year-old Alex Holmes in lane 5 from Clitheroe. Melina Grace Cormerford from Wigan Best, who's 13 in lane 6. And another from Wigan Best, 12-year-old Layla Dolan from Wigan Best in lane number 7. And completing in lane number 8 is Olivia Jeffrey from Leyland Barracudas, who's 13. Lane number 6, Melina, has started fastest as we get to this 100-metre turn. She turns at 1:08.14. Open up a bit of a lead there is lane number 6. If we could ask those swimmers for heat number 3 and heat number 4 to be down to marshalling as soon as possible. Heat 3 and 4 to marshalling, please. Majority of swimmers are coming through the 200 metre mark now. Still fast swimming across this 32 length event. So Marina turned in a time of 3:01 at that turn. 3:01. Took a little bit of a lead, so she's a good 16 seconds in the lead there in this heat. She comes up to this next mile marker, about 300 meters. She turns at 3:39.61, so she's on for a good time here. Consistent stroke pattern right through the rest of the lanes, as the rest of the field hit the 20 lengths left. If Logan Byrne from Southport can make his way to marshalling, we are awaiting you for the next heat. Logan from Southport can make his way down to marshalling. Melina turns fast there at that halfway mark, so she turned at 4:55.92. Melina came in at a time of 11 minutes dead, so that's what she's aiming to surpass in this heat. All of those swimmers are in for the long haul for this 800 metre freestyle. For those who have come just for the swim-related jokes, do not fear. They will appear very, very soon. So I'll keep you on your toes with some absolute New Year's bangers. Good swimming across the field here. Melina's still out there in the lead in this heat. Obviously, we're not racing against each other in this one. We're racing for a time. We're all trying to make those county times, those all elusive county times based on ages. So Melina's coming into this final 200 metres. The rest of the swimmers are turning with 2:50 left. Swimmers for heat 4 could make their way down to marshalling, please. Heat number 4. So Melina over there in lane number 6 is coming into a final 100 metres. Different lengths left for the rest of the swimmers across the field. Melina is pushing fast, under the 9-minute mark, 700 metres. She makes a final turn for the final 50 metres at 9:25.30. Remember, she came in with a time of 11 minutes. Absolutely going to smash that out of the park. It's the final turn for 25 metres. Melina from Wigan Best, 13-year-old, who's pushing a fantastic swim. As the rest of the field are pushing hard consistently to make their times. Melina finishes, almost finishes. Good swimming here in lane number 2. Jack comes in at a time of 10:46. As our final turn for lanes 1 and 7, sorry. And then lane number 5 and lane number 3. Neve and Alex hit well. Lane number 8, Olivia, comes in at a time of 11:10. And then lane number 4, Ella, comes in a time of 11:17. Let's cheer our final swimmers in. Let's have them in. Fantastic swimming over 800 metres, 32 lengths of this 25-metre pool. Fantastic swimming. Well done, ladies and gents. This is heat number 3. Again, we've got another full contingency, apart from lane number 7. So almost a full contingency. In lane number 1, we have Oliver Threlfall from Clitheroe, 14. Lane 2 is Anaya Chisnell from Wigan Best, who's also 14. And then lane 3 is Neve Horn from Winsford, who's also 14. Lane number 4 is Henry Hodkinson from Leyland Barracudas, who's 12. Logan Byrne, who is 12 from Southport, is in lane 5. Lane 6 is Sophia Yu from Stretford, 14. And lane 8 is Ben Bedford, who's 14 from Clitheroe. If Naomi Talbot from Bolton could make her way to marshalling for the next heat, please. Naomi Talbot from Bolton, down to marshalling, please. Ben Bedford is leading this heat. Up there in lane number 8. Lane number 2, Inea, 3:05 on that turn there at the 350 mark. 250 mark, sorry, apologies. She turns the 300 mark at 3:43.69. Closely followed by Ben at 3:47.16 and Sophia at 3:48.18. Just lane 2, 8 and 6. At the halfway mark, Anea turns at a time at just over 5 minutes. Good swimming. She's started to pull away now from 8 seconds away from lane 8 and lane number 6, Ben and Sophia. But remember, we're not swimming against each other, swimming against the clock, trying to make those county times, all important county times, that many of our swimmers are hoping to achieve this weekend. Good luck to everybody who is trying to achieve those county and regional times. So we'll start as we mean to go on. What kind of fish can't swim? What kind of fish can't swim? A dead one. You can have that one. Okay, even our inspector of turns gave us a little giggle there. Paul Moss. Nearly giggled. He'll use that one, I'm sure he will. And here picks up the pace in lane number 2. She's kicking on as we are approaching this final furlong. She's about to approach that final 200 metre mark. 8 lengths to go for Inea in lane number 2. She's pushing here. She turns at 7:32.37. The legs are kicking, the arms are pulling to make those times. And the rest of our swimmers are pushing too, all racing it against themselves to make those times for their age groups. The rest of our swimmers, a good chunk of these are coming up to the final 200 metre mark. If swimmers for heat number 5 could make their way to marshalling, please. Heat 5, make your way to marshalling. With a final 100 metres to go, and here in lane number 2 turns at a time of 8:48.40. And here came in with a entry time of 10:42 dead. She's on track. She keeps this pace up to beat that entry time. She turns for a final 50. Big push now at 9:25.65. On for a big time here. Obviously pushing to be able to represent her county later on in February in Liverpool. Great swimming there from Inea, 10 minutes and 0.85. Fantastic swimming, excellent swimming. As we cheer our final swimmers as they are approaching their final turns or approaching their final elements there. Ben comes in at a time of 10:21.25 and Sophia 10:26.53. It's a long swim. They deserve a cheer as they're coming in on this final last few strokes. Well done, ladies and gents. Fantastic swimming. Well done, all. This is heat number 4 in the 800 metre mixed freestyle. If swimmers for heat number 5 could make their way down, please, to marshalling. So, a full complement this time. Nobody trying to catch me out. Lane number 1 is Poppy Johnson, 11 years old, from Wigan Best. Lane 2 is Olivia Knox, 12 years old, also from Wigan Best. Lane 3 is Daniel Barton, 13, from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Maisie Lloyd from Wigan Best, who's also 13. Lane 5 is Naomi Talbot, 14, from Bolton. Lane 6 is Sophie Mitchell, 14 years old, from Preston. Lane 7, one of our travelling swimmers, Annie Hutchin, who's 12 years old, from Leicester Sharks. And in lane 8 from Carnforth, probably just as far as Leicester, who's 13, is Robin Salis. Range of entry times just over 10 minutes for this heat. Started well. First 150. Daniel turns in a time of 1:41.25. Daniel in lane number 3. Joining us from Wigan. Probably celebrate with a pie if he wins tonight. Time 2:16.94 on the 200 turn. 2:21 is Maisie, teammate, pushing to get those times. How much does it cost to swim with sharks? I don't know if anybody's ever swum with sharks. How much does it cost to swim with sharks? An arm and a leg? No? Okay. They're not all going to be this gruesome. They're not all death related or maiming related. But we'll start at Happy New Year with some of these kind of things. Heat 5, lane 2 is Olivia Wilson from Salford. Can you make your way down to marshalling, please? So lane number 3, Daniel, halfway mark, is at 4:39.61. Fast swimming there for that first 400. So for our gentlemen who are swimming and aiming to make the county times for 800 freestyle, 12 at the end of the year, the county time is, probably well know this already, 11:38.09. For our 13-year-olds, it's 10:48.09. For our 14-year-olds, those who are 14 by the end of the year, 10 minutes and 10 seconds, 0.09. For 15-year-olds, it pushes to 9 minutes and 50 seconds, 0.09. 16-year-olds, 9:40.09, and then 17 and overs is 9:30.09. For our females, the 12-year-olds is 11:38.09, exactly the same time as the boys. For the 13-year-olds, it's 10:57.09. For the 14-year-olds, 10:30.09. For the 15-year-olds, it's 10 minutes and 10 seconds, 09. And then 16-year-olds, 10 minutes and 5 seconds, 0.09. And then 17 and overs, 10 minutes and 0 seconds, 0.09. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for in these races. If you're aiming for county times, that is, for Lancashire. Slightly different for some others, but for our county that we're in here today, for Lancashire, they are our consideration times. Heat 6, could you make your way down to marshalling, please? Heat number 6. Last call for Olivia from Salford for lane number 2 for heat number 5. Not sure if she's here, but if Olivia Wilson from Salford is here, can you make your way down quickly to marshalling? Daniel's into that final 100 metres. He turns at 8:13.79. Daniel's a 13-year-old swimming in this one with 3 lengths left now as he turns quickly. That far end. Swimmers at different speeds. They're swimming for themselves here to make that time. Kick, kick, kick. $800 meters is a long way. Swimmers are doing a fantastic effort to continue going for these 32 lengths of this pool here in sunny Darwen. I want to say it's sunny. It's sunny. There's no sun out, but this is as sunny as Darwen gets. So last 25 meters, he's pushing here. Daniel, we're well under his entry time of 10:10. Well under that entry time. He's going to finish in a time of 9:23.17. A fantastic swim. Claps from the coaches, claps from the audience. Fantastic swimming. Looks like he's an happy chappy in lane number 3. We've got a number of other swimmers who are hitting this final length, and a couple of others who have finished there. Lane number 4, Maisie, 9:42.12. Great swimming there. We finished in lanes up here. All of those swimmers done fantastic here. Lane number 5 just finishing us off. 10:23.11. Great swimming, everybody. Well done. Heat number 5. So in heat number 5, lane 1 we have Libby Woods from Wigan Best. No swimmer in lane number 2. Lane 3 is Charlotte Middleton from Leyland. Lane 4 is Layla Lawrenson from Preston. Lane 5 is Shauna Thorburn from Southport. Lane 6 is Kira Johnson from Wigan Best. Lane 7, Ben Saxby from Ramsbottom. And lane 8 is Cole Hood from Wigan Best. Swimmers have gone out fast at the 75 metre mark. Number of our swimmers will be aiming to get under that 10-minute mark in this event. So first 100 metres, the lead is in lane 7 is Ben Saxby from Ramsbottom, 1:05 dead. It's close though, not much between them, only 4 seconds between first in this heat and 7th in the heat. So the pace has set off fast. Let's see if they can continue this to make the times under 10 minutes. A number of these are going to be aiming for in this heat. Ben's 200 metre time there is at 2:17.19. Just pushing there, keeping that consistent pace up there. 2:17.19 on that 200 turn. So the average swimmer in an 800 meter race will burn between 400 and 500 calories in this race. Between 400. So those Wigan swimmers, you can definitely have your second pie if you want to, having swum 800 meters. At the 300 meter mark, Ben turns at 3:30.61, followed by Kira in lane number 6, 3:33. Still close between the rest of the field as well. It's close between lane 7 and lane 6. Good swimming here. Both 13 years old. Kira came in with an entry time of 10:05 and Ben came in with an entry time of 10 minutes and 10 seconds. So it's close. Pushing here as they come into this final 300. Around the 6-minute mark. Turning here at 6:36 and 6:37. On this final 200, Ben and Kira coming in. Again, still close, less than a second in it. 7:13, 7:14. They're pushing on this final 200. They both want to be going under that 10-minute mark, I'm sure. They're on track for it here if they continue at this pace. Heat 7 swimmers, if you can, come down to marshalling for the final heat, heat number 7. The swimmers now, the first two in this heat are hitting the final 100 metres. It is less than, just over half a second between them. Is Ben going to keep up this lead? Or is Kira going to take him? Turning fast. Good turns off that 75 metre left mark. For lanes 6 and 7. As they hit the final 50, they are pushing. Both of these two swimmers want to make sure they make that time. They're going, and others are coming into this final turn as well. You can hear the whistles going as people are hitting these final 50 metre turn times. Big push, Ben is kicking hard. Kira is not letting him lie. Both of them are going to come in well under their entry times. Fantastic swimming from, look at that, 9:39.09 for Ben in lane number 7 and Kira 9:39.41 in lane number 6. Final turn for lane number 3, and as the rest of the swimmers come in, lane number 1, Libby, comes in a time of 9:47.47. Shauna 9:50.96. Layla 9:55.55 and Cole 9:56.60. Got lane number 3, Charlotte is pushing on still. Got a time to make, it's all about her own time. She does this final. Let's cheer in as she finishes this long race. Fantastic, thank you. Well done, swimmers. Heat number 6. A full complement in this heat, heat number 6. We've got 7 heats in this. This is penultimate heat. Range of ages from 12 to 15 in this one. Got Harry Roberts from Bolton in lane number 1. Esme Slynn from Leicester Sharks in lane 2. Emily Wade from Leyland Barracudas in lane 3. Lane 4 is Kate Schillinger from Winsford. Lane 5, Dominic Workman from Everton. Blackpool Aquatic swimmer Gabriel Barnett from lane number 6. Lane number 7 is Finley Byrne from Southport, and lane 8 is Callum Byrne from Southport. All these swimmers came in with an entry time under 10 minutes, so that's what we'll be aiming for, to beat their times, their entry times, but also if they're swimming for that county time that they're looking for, a number of them. So the first 100 is in a time of 1:05. It's quick. Relatively consistent pace for these first swimmers as they go into the 200 mark, 2:16.7. is Dominic in lane 5, who is marginally in the lead from Esme in lane number 2. That was the halfway mark at 4:41. Our swimmer in lane number 5, Dominic, still leading the way there. Lane 2, Esme is still keeping pace. Lovely stroke action, nice and long and straight across this 800 metre freestyle. Good pace here, and the chasing pack are also kicking on now as they turn almost simultaneously in lane 6 and lane 7. Come off the wall fast. But Dominic has started to kick there as he comes into this 200 metre turn, 7:04.81. And a good turn though from Esme. Final 100 now for lane 5, Dominic, and lane 2, Esme. They're pushing. They came in with entry times of 9:45 and 9:52.11 respectively. A big push now will get them towards that PB. Last 50 now. Big push now from lane 5 and lane 2 on their last 50 as the rest of the pack come into theirs. And some people have got 75 left, but there's a big push now. Dominic is kicking on. Came in at 9:45. He's going to be well under that. It's just how far under he's going to be. Esme at 9:52.11. Again, brilliant. Dominic comes in at 9:26.28. And Esme at 9:30.61. Fantastic swimming there as the rest of the pack gets coming in for their time as well. Cheer, final swimmer in lane number 1. Let's cheer him in as they're aiming for their time. 800 metres. I've said it 3 times, 4 times. It's a long way. Good swimming. Harry, well done. Well done finishing there. The final heat of the 800 metre mixed freestyle is heat number 7. The number of swimmers ranging in age here. We've got no swimmer in lane number 7. But we have got lane 1 is Evie Cutter from Wigan West. Lane 2 is Thomas Pins from Burnley BOBCATS. Lane 3 is Oliver Nutter from Burnley BOBCATS. Lane 4 is James Fothergill from Flixton. Lane 6 is Isaac Shaw from Preston. And lane 8 is Charlie Wilcock from Ramsbottom. To make sure we've got all swimmers for heat 1 in the 1500 metre freestyle. We'll make sure they're all down into marshalling. Heat 2, get yourself ready. So Tom turns fastest at 1:02.69 after the first 100 metres. When it's close across the rest of the pack. Just a reminder, the heat lists and the results as they come through at the conclusion of this heat. They will be on galaresults.com. Be able to see times, placings. Still just a nice little amount of followers over on YouTube, watchers, viewers. Hello, if you're watching this in the comfort of your home. It's boiling here in Darwen. Probably not boiling outside, but it is definitely boiling poolside. Hope you're not melting like we are. Some good swimming here. Thomas is still leading this heat. Thomas came in with a time of 4:33.01. So that's what he's going to be aiming for. Number of other swimmers in here. We've got one swimmer who came in under 9 minutes. So that's what he'll be aiming for in this swim. Tom set the bar here at the 3:50 mark. So if anybody wants a translation of that coach's noise, I think that means go fast. The halfway mark there. Not quite at the 300 metre mark, sorry. Tom comes in at 3:22, 300 metre mark. It's a good job. These inspectors of turns, these people with the lane cards know what they're doing. It's a very technical sport. You can see if you're watching on YouTube how difficult they make it. Turning a card, it's got to be accurate, so make sure it's accurate. And make sure you don't drop your cards in the water, that would not be funny. Tom stretches. It's close there between Tom and Mia in lanes 2 and lane 5. At the halfway mark, 4:33 is the time they're on. They continue at that pace. They're both going to make improvements on their entry times. $5:44 Tom turned up there. The swimmers have hit the 10 lengths left or just under. So the next big turn will be 200 metres remaining. Again, translation means swim fast. This is a race. 200 metres left for most of our swimmers now. Tom stretching out that lead in lane number 2. But all of our swimmers put in a shift in on a Friday night. Obviously they didn't eat too many mince pies or Christmas pudding. Had loads of protein from the turkey. As they push now into this 150 metre turn. 7:30.81. Big push now for that time. Thomas came in, as a reminder, at 9:33.01 was his entry time. So with 100 metres left to go, Thomas is on a time of 8:06.14. Evie in lane 1, 8:08.66. And then Mia, 8:10.23. So there's a big push now. The Wigan swimmers trying to catch in this heat, catch up with Thomas from Burnley Bobcats. There's not even a spot prize, but Tom is absolutely killing it as he comes into this final 50. He's going to be turning at a time of 8.41.39 as he hits this final 50. If he pushes now, there's a big time. There's a big time. He wanted to come in under 9:33. So let's see. Thomas in lane number 2, closely followed by Evie in lane 1, and he turns into this final 25. Tom's definitely going to smash that entry time. What is he going to come in at? That's the question. Fantastic swimming from the Bobcat. He finishes in a time of 9.14.55, almost 20 seconds off his PB. Fantastic swimming. Excellent swimming all round. There's some fists gone in the air. I think some people are happy at meeting some times there. And as Ollie comes in on this final stroke, let's give him a cheer. Bobcats, let's see you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Well done, gentlemen. Good swimming. Here we go. That's the end of the 800 metre freestyle. We've just got 2 heats of the next one, but buckle in. Should be about 20 minutes each one. 1500 metre freestyle. Heat number 1 is up right now. So in lane number 2, we have 17-year-old Olivia Robinson from Leyland Barracudas. In lane number 3, we have Charlotte Peel, 13 years old from Winsford. Lane 4 is Eliza Mason from Leicester Sharks, 12 years old. Joined by a teammate also from Leicester Sharks, 12-year-old Annie Hutchin. Lane 6 is Evie Breeze from Horwich. And lane 7 is Oliver Williams from Great Harwood. .60 lengths for this 1500 metre freestyle. Hardcore swimmers who were willing to swim 60 lengths on a Friday evening, but committed to the cause. I think it's the parents really that are committed to the cause on the sidelines who are here late on a Friday evening. We have some results from the 800 metre freestyle. In the open male 11 years age group, first place was Harrison Burgess from Ramsbottom. He came in at a time of 10:49.59. Well done, Harrison. In the 12 years age group, third place in the time of 10:23.06 is Logan Byrne from Southport. Second place, Gabriel Barnett from Blackpool Aquatics, 9:38.69. And in first place was Finley Byrne from Southport, 9:37.73. In the 13 years age group, third place was Callum Byrne from Southport, 9:42.28. Second place, Ben Saxby from Ramsbottom, 9:39.09. And first place, Daniel Barton from Wigan Best, 9:23.17. Then you can go and collect your medals for these races up at the medal table. Justine will be there waiting for you with your shiny bit of silverware or bronzeware or goldware, depending on what you get. 14 years age group. Third place, Dominic Workman from Everton, 9:26.28. Second place, Isaac Shaw from Preston, 9:19.61. And first place, Charlie Wilcott from Ramsbottom, 9:16.22. In the 15 years and over age group, third place was Oliver Nutter in a time of 9:35.01. Second place, James Fothergill from Flixton, 9:18.65. And first place, Thomas Binns from Burnley Bobcats, 9:14.55. In the female races, in the 11-year-old age group, second place, Neve Corrigan from Southport, 11:03.71. First place, Poppy Johnson from Wigan Best, 10:15.38, 10:15.38. In the 12 years age group, third place, Imogen Clarkson from Clitheroe, 10:43.82. Second place, Annie Hutchin, Leicester Sharks, 9:53.56. And first place, Olivia Knox from Wigan Best, 9:49.28. In the 13 years age group, third place was Kate Schillinger from Winsford, 9:42.47. Second place, Maisie Lloyd from Wigan Best, 9:42.12. And then in first place, Kira Johnson from Wigan Best in 9:39.41. And female 14-year-olds, third place, Libby Woods from Wigan Best, 9:47.47. Second place, Esme Slynn from Leicester Sharks, 9:30.61. And first place, fantastic time, Evie Cutter, Wigan Best, 9:16.55. And then in the 15 years and over age group, third place was Shauna Thorburn from Southport, 9:50.96. Second place, Emily Wade, 9:45.56. 9:18.01. And first place, Mia Burslam from Liverpool Penguins, 9:18.73. So in lane number 4, Eliza turned there at 6:48.51 after 22 lengths. 22 lengths. They've got 60 to go. Just over a third of the way there. If the swimmers for Heat 2, the last heat in this 1500 metre freestyle, can start making their way down to marshalling, that would be wonderful, please. Swimmers for Heat 2 to marshalling. So Eliza in lane 4 has well past that halfway mark now. 700 metres remaining. Swimming lane 4, Eliza has got 16 lengths left. That's 400 metres left. Rest of our swimmers, there is a range of lengths left. Just a reminder, heat number 2 swimmers, if you could come down to Marshall if you haven't done so already. Heat number 2, please. So it's one of our 12-year-olds from Leicester Sharks who is leading the way in this heat. Turns with 250 metres left at 15:36.65. Fast swimming. Eliza again turning fast, picking up the pace for a final 200, 16:14.83 as she turns. Leading the pack by some distance, but swimming very, very fast. We're still missing Aaron Nolte from Blackpool Aquatics and Ruben Cowell if they are intending to swim in this. Aaron Nolte from Blackpool Aquatics and Ruben Cowell from Winsford. You come down to Marshall as soon as possible, please. So Eliza in lane number 4, 18:10.91. She comes into a final 50. Eliza came in with an entry time of 19:16.77. I think that one is going to get blown out of the water, so to speak. Nope, just me. Just me. Well done, Eliza. 18.46, 18 minutes, 46 seconds, 0.48. Fantastic swim. Still got plenty of swimming left in this. Well done, Charlotte, in lane number 3, coming at 19.11.25. And then Annie in lane number 5, 19.37. Evie, 19.40.5. Oliver over there in lane 7. Finished a time of 20 minutes and 6.95 seconds. Olivia goes into a final 50. Let's encourage you through. Well done, Olivia. Good swimming. Tough one, that. 60 lengths. This is our final heat this evening. Heat number 2 of a 1500 metre mixed freestyle. So we have no swimmer in lane number 1. Lane 2 is Gordon Ballantyne from Leyland Barracudas. Lane 3 is Henry Holding from Wigan Best. Lane 4 is Max Harvey from Liverpool Penguins. Lane 5 is Reece Pownell from Preston. Lane 7 is Elizabeth Lyons from Liverpool Penguins. And her namesake, Elizabeth Adam, is in lane 8 from Leyland Barracudas. The battle of the Betties in lane 7 and 8.
adult man. That's the only reason I'm wearing it.
So there's still a good number of lengths left in here. A good 600 for some, 500 for others. It's good swimming, good pace. Well, the board's not telling us anything, but for those of you who are listening, we're 11 minutes and 30 seconds of this race. This heat, they came in, some of them were 17, some of them 18, some of them 19 minutes for this. So, all to race for. Well done to our first swimmer to finish. Max in lane number 4. Apologies to those who are viewing our board is not updating. The time's still going though, so it's all good. You can see how far we are on. Number of our swimmers have got 100 metres left. Well done, swimmers. I think we're all... yeah. Thank you. Thank you for joining us this evening. We'll see you back tomorrow, bright and early, for the second of our 3-day events. It's been a pleasure. Thank you, officials. Thank you, marshals. Thank you, coaches, swimmers, lifeguards. You never get a shout out, lifeguards. Thanks. You're always here just in case. Thank you.